Alright, what is going on, everybody? DMVRA back in the building with yet another video where today we're going to talk some baseball because the Orioles are just playing so well right now. I'm fired up, coming in with all the energy and excitement. They are the second team to reach 70 wins in the regular season in Major League Baseball. Second best record in the league, and the best record in the American League Conference. The energy is so high right now in the city of Baltimore that the playoffs in October, we can taste it. We can just taste postseason baseball in October. And as the New York City teams, the Mets and the Yankees, just counting down their days to cleanup day, we're counting down our days to postseason baseball in Camden Yards. And I just can't wait for the playoffs to start because it will be exciting to get postseason baseball back in Baltimore. And the energy is so high, we can just feel ourselves. Alright, let's get into this. So, the Orioles complete a 3-game sweep of the New York Mets by collecting a 2-0 victory on Sunday. Now, as I said last video, I wasn't here for Friday and Saturday games. Basically, the first 2 games, I was not here to watch that. But I did take a look at the highlights of those first 2 games. Then came back Sunday and completely witnessed a low-scoring game where it was a pitcher's duel, and then all the excitement just clicked in the end. So, that being said, let's get into the recap. Offensively, could have gotten better. 6 hits, 2 runs against the New York Mets on Sunday. It could improve, but that's how good their starter, Jose Quintana, has been for them in that game. Now, if you take a look at their starting pitcher, Jose Quintana, who was a veteran who got the loss in that game, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, 6 hits, walked 2 batters, which was kind of impressive, struck out 6. I was surprised of how the Orioles offense was cooling down as the series goes on, because the first game, you won 10-3. The offense obliterated with Jordan Westburg's 3-run home run. Game 2, you won that game 7-3. In that sellout crowd, the World Series championship team was there. They were awesome. And then the last game of that series, you won 2-0. The offense has cooled down over the last 3 games. There are some things they can improve, but it is what it is moving forward. And then the pitching staff has been absolutely sensational in the 3-game series. Now, I will say this though, I will get into the bullpen. They've been a great bullpen on Sunday. They've been excellent. I'll get into them soon. Now, how did the offense do in the late innings? Because the first 4 innings of the game on Sunday, it would have been slow. They have been inconsistent. They were struggling to find their rhythm against Jose Quintana. Roy Mateo, in that 5th inning, hit a triple. He was just flying around the bases like a roadrunner. I thought he was going to hit it inside the park home run for a minute, but he hit a triple. That set up Adley Rutschman to hit a ground ball and get himself an RBI. And then the 7th inning, Ron O'Hearn hits a fielder's choice ground ball RBI to make it 2-0, and that's how the offense finishes off the day with 2 runs. So there are some things that they can improve on the offensive side of the ball. Trying to swing the bats better and staying with it. Once you're facing those pitchers out there, even tough pitchers too, that have been in the leagues for a long time, they know their stuff. So let's just hope the offense can make improvements heading to the next series against the Houston Astros. Stay tuned for a pregame spiel I will make soon. Now, let's get into the pitching staff and the bullpen. Kyle Bradish pitched 4+ innings. Did not allow a run. However, he walked 5 batters. Once I saw the 5 walks that he allowed, I was concerned. I was legitimately concerned of how the 5 walks he allowed absolutely killed his rhythm. I mean, they were just 5 walks that you could not allow. But it is what it is. He did strike out 5 batters, and he gave up 3 hits, but did not allow a single run. I was surprised that Kyle Bradish did not allow a single run at all, despite walking 5 batters and giving up 3 hits. It was all because of the Orioles' defense, making plays in the infield and the outfield as well. Very impressive defense throughout the entirety of this game. Now, let's get into the bullpen. Cino Perez, the winning pitcher, pitched 1 inning and a third. Walked 1 batter. Give up no hits whatsoever. And no runs. Cole Irvin had a great game as well. No walks in that game at all for him. And then getting the 3 outs they needed as well. Well, actually, if you take a look at it on paper right here, he also had a strikeout. So, Cino Perez gave up at least 1 walk when he went into the game. And then you take a look at Cole Irvin, he did not allow a walk. And then the next reliever, which in my opinion was the best reliever of Sunday's game against the New York Mets. Out of the 4 pitchers we had to use out of the bullpen, Shintaro Fujinami was the great pitcher out there on Sunday's game against the New York Mets out there. In my opinion, he's the best reliever out there on Sunday's game. He did not allow a single walk. More importantly, all 9 pitches they threw were all strikes. I was just super impressed with Fujinami's fastball. He was throwing triple digits like Felix Bautista, and it was just absolutely phenomenal to see his fastball improve. In the Toronto series, he was absolutely struggling. He hit 2 batters. It was just chaotic against the Blue Jays. But then, heading to this game on Sunday against the Mets, he had a perfect 8 inning. And as a result, all 9 of his pitches were all strikes, and he got the 3 outs in a 1-2-3 inning. Felix Bautista. Well, now let's get into Felix Bautista. He has not pitched any well. I get it. He hasn't pitched since July 31st. Comes into the game with all the confidence he's got. And then the New York Mets try to rally by hitting a double off of Felix Bautista. And then once he gave up that double, I was concerned. But once he gave that double up to the New York Mets, he got himself together, never panicked, and got the last 3 outs when we needed him to. As a result, we walked out with a victory, 2-0, completing the sweep of the New York Mets. The Orioles have been a sensational baseball team over the last 2 weeks. Not gonna lie, guys. I mean, back-to-back weekends, we beat both New York teams, matter of fact. We beat the Yankees in the 3-game series, 2-1. And then we sweep the New York Mets the next weekend afterwards. I mean, you talk about a team that has all the confidence in the world. I've been saying this all year. There's something different about the team coming into this year with all the confidence, all the veterans, and then the youngsters just stepping in with all the confidence they got to show up in big ball games and winning the games that they need to, especially against tough teams. Speaking of tough teams, there's another one coming to Baltimore this week, and that is the reigning champion Houston Astros. They're not an easy team to beat, but I have full confidence that they can be competitive that series. And we'll get into the pregame spiels next video. But, yeah, that's all I gotta say. The Orioles have been a sensational baseball team the past 2 weeks and moving forward towards the end of the year. I'm just so excited for the conclusion of the season and for the playoffs to start in October. I just can't wait for it. The energy is high right now in Baltimore. Let's go! Get it on. Playoffs. We can just taste the postseason from here. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. With that being said, let's just keep the success riding, moving forward as the season comes to an end. With that being said, that's all I gotta say. Let's get it.